EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On play action, it's Wentz. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Wentz. Oh, and that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. DeAndre Carter back deep. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They will start this drive with 4. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Gabriel. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
is able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. Now Wentz. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wentz going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll run again with Mason. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gabriel. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 43. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Wentz. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
On play action, Wentz. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And power running here down the 6-yard line. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A 23-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. Oh, what a move. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Murphy on the tackle.
Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
On the play. Second
You don't see that a
and
ton,
10.
do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And they'll go again to Mason. And some room to maneuver. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 80 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Mason. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Browns, nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And it's a fumble. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward. Jefferson going to go in motion right. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Wentz to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it? It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch, signaled for
and now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you. Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Brainerd running in to pick up the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And this will be taken at the 13. And now out comes Minnesota. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. Jefferson going to go in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. Gabriel. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Gabriel. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Off play action. Gabriel. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. It leads to a first down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Touchdown, Browns! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 12, Browns 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
106 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Mason. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Wentz now to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. To throw is Wentz. He lets one go deep for Addison. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, Carter. We'll go with a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gabriel. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pass caught by Phantom. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings' 39-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 5-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. How about that? Their quarterback, 31 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
They'll hand it to Mason. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Wentz. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mason. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now to this point.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running left, Mason. And he is going to lose yardage here. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Wentz. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And his kick is good. And that will tie the score at 15-all. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. A little jerk. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Gabriel. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now Wentz. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Off the play fake. Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Off-play action. Gabriel. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. This is Ford. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Back to throw. Gabriel. And this is incomplete.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mason. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring a man off time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Wentz going to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Now Wentz. Pass complete to Addison. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Mason. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
To the right goes Mason. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And they're going to get it. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. Mason Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. But he caught it. Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 22, Browns 18.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Gabriel sacked.
Eric Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Gabriel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's Mason. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On the ground, here comes Mason. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming? And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Mason punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Vikings 29, Browns 18.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking to put a drive together. They will start this drive with Ford. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Off the play fake. Gabriel. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up 1st downs.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Pass caught. He's got Tillman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Grenard getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. That is caught. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
First down and goal to go.
Back to throw again. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's fourth. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is third and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
26.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't allow it. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Oh, look at this. Wynn's going to throw. He's got Mason complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Wentz to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.